Yo, this girl posted, "This gonna be my first summer being a hoe, and I'm nervous. Any tips?" Look at the comments, yo. Tell them all different birthday months to keep the gifts rolling in. Your place is completely off limits. Always have your own money and protection. You should have an eater or two spenders, a YN, and romance on your roster. Be safe and have fun. Your starting 5. 1 backbreaker, 2 munch, 3 money bags, a Mr. Fix-It, a Mr. Romance. Keep them rotating. Heavy on the Mr. Fix-It. Hey, I ain't even mad at you, sister. Call them all by one nickname so you don't accidentally say the wrong name. Bro, they take pics when they are asleep just in case they blackmail you and you got a Uno reverse. Protect yourself and walk away at the first red flag. Be picky about your tricks. Get a Google Voice number. If you have an iPhone, change the FaceTime settings to only show your email. And lastly, create an iPhone profile and use it during hoeing hours. Stay safe and stay dangerous. Jesus Christ.
Yes, women are out here moving like men and wondering why men won't wife them.
This man gonna tell me he don't want nothing to do with me until I figure out what's going on with my ex, because he won't stop showing up in my house, calling no caller ID, doing the fucking most, acting crazy. So he don't want to do with me until that's over with. Well, you was never my type of little shit then, because I was hoping you was gonna beat his ass. I don't want him doing that. What the fuck?
He's a wise man. Good job.
Here is a list of things that I do not do in a relationship that some people may not agree with. Number 1, I do not argue. If it's not going to matter 5 years from now, I'm not going to waste my energy on it. We can agree to disagree and we can quickly move along. Number 2, I do not go to the club. The man I want is at home. He is not at the club. I would rather order food in, Netflix and chill, get my happy ending, go to bed with him, wake up with him, and go to the gym with him. Number 3, I do not drive. Does it mean I can't drive? Does it mean I won't drive? No, I will. However, I expect that my man will drive. And if I schedule a date night for us, I will take care of transportation and I will get us to and from. Number 4, I do not make plans or travel without having a conversation with him first, because I want to make sure that we're on the same page. Number 5, I don't just invite people around without having a conversation with him first, because I feel like he needs to be comfortable with the energy that's around. Number 6, I do not make new male friends, but I do not get rid of the male friends that I currently have. I believe in communication. Who are the people that are important in your life? Cool. Introduce them. My man should know my man friends. My man should be able to introduce me to his women friends. Number 7, I do not expect him to pay for everything. I'm financially able to take us out and do the things, and I don't put that pressure on him. I want to make sure that the things we do are financially balanced.
Guys, we're looking at a unicorn of a woman right now, because we all know modern women don't think like this today. This woman would make an excellent communicator in a relationship. What she just said was something that should be communicated in the talking and dating stages of a relationship. She pretty much listed the things that she can bring to the table. That question that women hate to hear. For the ladies that's listening, these are some of the traditional traits that men want to hear. And I see a lot of people, men and women, stuck up on this issue of who's gonna take who out, who's gonna take each other out, who's gonna plan the date, who's gonna pay for the date. This next video is the reason why a lot of guys give up on dating.
Need some help. I met this young lady. We've gone on 3 dates. The first one was a picnic, nothing crazy. Second one was dinner. Third one was a movie date. I've planned and paid for all of it. So she said she wants to go out this weekend. I said, cool, why don't you plan a date for me? She says, cool, you know, we should go bowling and go eat. I'm like, I'm down with bowling, cool. Whatever you feel comfortable, you know, doing. She starts sending me prices. So I'm like, what you sending me prices for? You planning this, you taking care of this, right? She says, I ain't paying for nothing. So this is where I need your help. I'm about to just delete her and let it go, because anybody that can't give me what I give them isn't qualified to be around me. Am I wrong for this? Am I wrong for 3 dates in expecting, to see a little effort from the opposite side? Or should I just chalk it up to being a man and gender roles, and that's just the way that the cost of dating somebody who looks good? Y'all just let me know. Let me know.
I think he definitely wasn't wrong because she did say she was going to plan the date. She could pay for it. He has paid for 3 dates. And that's what I see in this generation of dating. Back in the day, if a woman really truly had love for you, she don't care about who paying for that date. She will pay for the date because she just want to spend time with you, be in your presence as the man in her life. That man already paid for 3 dates. It would have been perfectly fine for her to pay for that date. But when a lot of women act like they got a big deal with paying for the date, they probably just don't have the money to do so. But guys, I tell you what, if this was Tyrone or Chad, she would have paid for the date on the first date and also took him home later and gave him whatever else he wanted. This woman simply just wasn't interested in this man.
According to one of my guy friends, and I want to know if this is true, and I don't know if all men believe this or the men that I want to date believe this or who believes in this, but according to one of my guy friends, he said the man that you want to date, which is a traditional man, is not going to be interested in you because you are so career driven. And for me, that kind of blew my mind because I was just like, well, why wouldn't the man that I want to date not want me to work? And he said, well, Bailey, the traditional man is going to want you to drop what you're doing, and he's going to want you to, nurture the family. He's going to want you to clean the house. He's going to want you to cook. He's going to want you to do this. And if you are working, you're not going to want to do all that. You're going to come home with an attitude. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to this, you're going to that. So you're not going to want to. I was like, no, I still would. He's like, no, you wouldn't. He's like, and plus, and if a guy is asking you, like, what your goals are, and you're talking about how you want to continue to go back to school and you want to do this and you want to do that, they're not hearing that you want to, they're not hearing that you want to nurture your family.
She has a good male friend, honest friend. He actually care about her because he is telling her the truth.
And I was like, but, I thought it was like a given that, hey, I'm a nurse. Of course, like, I'm a nurturer and I'm going to take care of my family. But in the meantime, while, we don't have kids, is it not attractive that I have a career going for me? Or, I don't know. I thought that was so odd, and I've never heard that before. Because when someone asks me, like, oh, like, what are your goals? Like, of course I'd love to be a mom. Of course I'd love to take care of my family, of course. But aren't they asking me, like, what my current goals are? Like, I didn't know they were talking about, like, the future. I'm talking about, like, right now. Like, I'm talking about how I want to, like, be the best nurse, and I want to be able to take care of people, like, efficiently and quickly, and I want to be able to be the, like, person that people turn to and know that, like, I'm that person that is going to get it done and I'm going to take care of them. Is that not also saying, like, that I'm a nurturer? That, of course, I would take care of my family? I don't know. That kind of, like, threw me because he was saying, well, Bailey, when you get pregnant and you have kids, like, why would you try to work? I'm like, well, I want to maintain my skills. Like, I worked so hard to get here. And of course, my family would be my number one priority, but, like, what about when all the kids are out of the nest? Like, what am I going to do then? Like, for me, it gives me purpose as a nurse to take care of others. Like, I love that. I love doing what I do. Yeah, it's stressful, but gosh, I love it. Like, does the type of man I want really not want me doing that? Like, that's what I thought was so weird. Like, guys, is this true? Woman, have you been told this before? Like, is this your experience? Because that threw me for, I don't even know the saying, but that threw me off. Like, of course I would love on my family. Of course I would take care of my family. Of course I would do everything it took to make sure that my family was comfortable, that food was on the table, that everything was clean, that everything was sanitary. But I guess me saying that I want to go back to school, that I want to give back to the community, that I want to do this, is that a turnoff to the man that I want? Does that make him not hear that I'm going to be a great mom? I don't know. Like, that totally threw me off. Like, is that just like his point of view? Or is this really like the type of traditional man that I want's point of view? Because he was like saying it generalized. So that's what's like totally throwing me off. I have no idea. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, and she's a nurse too. It is a bad stereotype about, people that work in healthcare and the things that go on in that hospital, but there are good nurses out there that truly love doing what they doing and helping people. So I appreciate her for that. But she got to understand the way that men feel today about this. And she's sitting here looking, bewildered about, why men feel this way. She need to know if she ever do find a relationship or a marriage, she can talk to her boyfriend or husband about the fact that she still want to work, or maybe she can volunteer somewhere else. Now, guys, I do believe that some women today, if they still want to work, you should let them work, maybe part-time. And she can do other things like do volunteer work or just go to the gym, go to Starbucks. But she still have that fulfillment of helping people if that's what she truly want to do. But yes, for a lady like this who seemed like she really, out here trying to help people and do some missionary work, I guess, you got to let people like this live too.
I'm telling you, that singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you whatever extracurricular activities, when you doing hobbies, when you at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day. That's it. That's when the singleness hits you like, damn, I wish I had somebody. But throughout the day, you don't even be thinking about like, oh, I wish I had somebody to, talk to on my lunch break, or, like, I'm not even thinking about that stuff. But at night, when I lay my head down in that empty ass bed, oh yeah, that's when I be like, dang, yeah, I wish I had a little stink.
I always see this lady here on TikTok where it's like she's always documenting her single life. I feel like I'm single with her. All she talking about is being single. But she's right about that part, and I do appreciate her honesty, because that's the thing a lot of women don't understand. All this stuff is fun in the daytime. You living your life, you enjoying your freedom. But when a lot of these women get home and take that shower and wash up, there is an emptiness in their bed at night. And these women are living in beautiful homes, beautiful apartments, but their bed is cold as hell. And the Bible says that it's not good for man to be alone. So life is gonna life.
Yesterday, a guy approached me in the gym. That, never happens, dude. He must be new there or something. I don't know. But it was very interesting. He had a very creative approach. And he was like, I was coming off of the pull-up machine. He was pushing some pretty heavy weight on the Smith machine. He's a big guy. A little short, but big guy. And he said, hey. I seen him take off his headset. And I knew he was getting ready to come over. And I was like, oh, here we go. But he was like, do you meal prep? And I said, do what? And he said, do you meal prep? I said, do I meal prep? And he's like, yeah. And I said, yeah, I mean, I guess I cook food. And he said, do you sell it? And I was like, do I sell it? No, I just cook food for myself. He's like, oh, well, because, I'm working around here and I'm trying to get big. He's like, I'm trying to get to like 215 and I can't seem to break 195. And so I don't have time to be cooking throughout the day. And so I'm just wondering if you would cook for me. I mean, I'll pay you. I'll give you the money and you can just get the meat. And he's like, I just really need to bulk up and I don't have time to eat. And I told him, you should just boil some eggs and take them to work, put them in your pocket, and just munch on that shit all day long. I mean, you need at least a dozen eggs probably a day. If you're trying to hit 3,500 calories, buddy, you better get on it and start eating some food. Microwave meals ain't gonna work. And so he went on to tell me, that he's in town working temporarily and living out of a hotel room, and he'll be here for a while. So if I could help him out and just cook, he'll pay for it. And I'm just like, what? I was like, I don't know. I don't think so, but, I wish you all the best. I said, I'll send you Pika's prep information because she preps food for people here. You could definitely pick it up from her, but I'm not the type of girl to cook meals for a guy that I just met.
Well, I think it worked because she took his number, right? I see a lot of women just getting online calling, men short all the time. And that's one of the reasons why men don't approach women. Like, especially when a lot of women know in certain circumstances, they will still date and marry a short guy. Like, they need to stop calling these dudes short like that.
Bad bitches. Let's talk about it. For years, we've been hypnotized by the bad bitches on these social platforms. Private planes, popping bottles, Birkin bags, always on vacation. But we're finding out from the Diddy trial, these bad bitches up to bad things. Now, one of the so-called bad bitches is on the stand right now in the Diddy trial. I'm not going to say her name, but it is said that it is 50 Cent's baby mom. She alleges that she would fuck 3 strangers a night for Diddy. This would go on 4 and 5 days at a time, and she said he wouldn't allow condoms to be used on her. He wanted to see that dick. She said she was coked up, ketamine, ecstasy, every drug there was, and she never used them before, and he paid her $10K a month. Y'all getting slutted out, drugged out, beat the fuck up, and y'all make more than my regular ass? Do the math. $10K a month, you were making $330 a day to fuck 3 strangers in a night. That's not luxury. That's exploitation wrapped in a Louis Vuitton bag. $10K a month. Regular bitches, don't y'all ever get triggered by these hoes again. My rent is $4K. Eggs are $3K. I make double of what you make a month. And I don't have to sit and fuck strange dudes all night just so my man can come. And they're the ones that's supposed to be get treated like, put on a pedestal. I mean, they're all beautiful. Cassie, Gina, 50 Cent's baby mama. But they're getting passed around like Wi-Fi at a music fest. And we can stop using their lingo too, soft life. Soft life we now know is just you taking a stranger's hard dick life. We're like, oh, they're always on vacation. No, they're at freak offs. And 50, I thought this was you.
Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire, be a millionaire, be a millionaire.
Cause your baby moms is out here getting slutted the fuck out for $10K a month. Don't sound like millionaire shit to me.
At this point, like you said, you're 32, you have 2 children. It's like it's over for you. I hear you say that all the time.
You made a conscious decision to have 2 children with the man. So let's play it the opposite way, shall we? 54% of black men are single and childless, 61% in the middle class. You're looking for a stepfather. 30% of men are already married. 16% of men are responsible for 80% of the children. So you'd be looking for a man in that 54%, a stepfather, a man with no children. Why should a man who is childless come take on another man's 2 daughters?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The father of his children wants to be with you. So that man is going to have some feelings. Do you want to have any more children?
I really don't.
Thank
what
you.
I was going to say,
the man doesn't even get any kids.
What I was going to say, I don't. But if I find someone that makes me happy, I don't mind having.
Make
You
your
want
damn self
children?
happy, ma'am. Hear me and hear me well, ladies. My critics and detractors. It is not a man's job to make you happy. It is not a husband's job to make you happy. That is a lie from the pit of hell. It is our job to protect, provide, prophesy, teach. It is not our job to make you happy. You want to be happy? Eat a chocolate chip cookie, watch a movie, pet a puppy. It is not our job to make you happy.
But that's all I got in this video. You guys be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about what these folks had to say. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.